This is in the locker room. This is before the game ended. Before the game ended. She comes out in the locker room and posts this. Like, what are we doing?
Sitting there and I'm thinking to myself, is anybody on this team gonna stand up for Caitlin Clark? JC Sheldon grabbing Caitlin Clark all game, clawing at her. It's like tonight was a brawl, folks. Tonight was a brawl, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, is anybody on this team going to stand up for? And Sophie Cunningham.
Set stakes. What happened in Indianapolis that night didn't end on the court. It forced the WNBA to choose, enforce rules, or let players enforce them themselves. By the end of this video, we'll show you exclusive play breakdowns, league responses, Sophie's own words, and what this means for the WNBA's future.
Start with the play that set off the entire night. So as you guys can see here, JC Sheldon is guarding Caitlin Clark. She swipes her in the eyeball. Caitlin Clark nudges her off because JC stays in her face. And then Tina Charles runs over and is kind of wagging her finger in Caitlin Clark's face. And then Marina Mabrey comes out of nowhere and chucks her to the floor. Now let's watch this in slow motion. Here, JC Sheldon is guarding Caitlin, swipes her in the face. There's one. Going for the ball, swipes her in the eyeball. Caitlin's gonna have to start wearing goggles. And then Caitlin pushes her off of her, like, why are you still in my face? Marina Mabrey, bad out of hell, chucks Caitlin Clark.
Measured explain the context. Caitlin Clark's arrival as the breakout star, ratings, attention, the uptick in physical defense against her, and the acidic atmosphere that night. Visuals. Montage of Clark's highlights plus crowd B-roll to establish star power. Insert scoreboard and date. Use the actual game date on screen. Cite sources below. Overlay social metrics graphic, views, trends. Show that Clark is a cultural phenomenon.
Welcome to WNBA Fight Night, or as some people are saying, WNBA Raw. What a game that was. We had it all. We had basketball, we had fighting, we had blonde on blonde crime. Oh, such an epic. Oh, goodness. But at the end of the day, it resulted in an Indiana Fever W. 88-71, taking care of business.
Tight, clinical walkthrough of the sequence that lit the fuse. The close defense, the swipe to the eye, Clark's push, Marina Mabrey's shove that sent Clark to the floor, then the bench reaction. Visuals, stepwise.
Let's start here. This is, of course, Sophie and Sheldon going down the floor. Sophie tries to wrap her up, and Sheldon gets to the floor, and all hell breaks loose. And Sophie said, I'm not having it. I'm not having it. We'll go. We'll go. So there's that. That, of course, was all a byproduct of this right here, folks. And I mean, when I tell you social media is setting the WNBA on fire right now, not in a good way, that's the understatement.
Explain the officiating decisions in-game. Who got which foul/technical at the time, what the refs missed in the moment, and why fans erupted. Visuals. Show the official call overlay, if available, referee crew shot, on-screen timeline of calls, Sheldon, flagrant 1, later, /Mabrey, technical, later upgraded. Use quick cuts of commentators reacting, in broadcast audio, keep under fair use commentary.
Of course, Marina Mabrey is going to get ejected because that was unwarranted. She literally came out of nowhere and chucked Caitlin Clark. There should be a flagrant 1, of course, on JC Sheldon because she swiped her and hit her in the eyeball. Whether it is intentional or not, you can still have a flagrant a flagrant foul called on you, whether you are trying to intentionally hurt somebody or not. But this is what they called, you guys. This is what they called. Caitlin Clark, Marina Mabrey, Tina Charles were assessed with technical fouls on Tuesday. Caitlin, Marina, and Tina Charles. Technical fouls. That's it. Technical fouls. That's it. And JC Sheldon was assessed with a flagrant 1 foul, and no players were ejected.
Narrate Sophie's decisive moment, her charging/retaliatory foul, the bench clearing, ejections. Visuals. Play the clip of Sophie's hard foul/altercation. Use the original clip with clear timestamps so editors can extract. Slow-mo the moment she squares up. Display a decision point freeze frame at the instant contact happens.
I feel good, and Sophie Cunningham put me out on a high note, folks. I didn't even say, Ben, calm down. Calm down, regroup. I didn't even say that. Let's get straight to the play. Everybody, the plays everybody is talking about. First off, Marina Mabrey body checking Caitlin Clark to the ground. J.C. Sheldon all over her. Riding her. Pokes Caitlin Clark in the eye. Oh, man. Caitlin Clark needs to start wearing goggles, folks. Caitlin Clark's going to need to start wearing goggles. Bumps up on Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark says, "Get your hands off me." And then here comes Marina Mabrey. Boom! Exploding Caitlin Clark like a safety coming downhill in the NFL. There was no flop there.
Softer, human play Sophie's post-game/podcast clip or a verified social clip of her speaking. This is the promised payoff. Use her exact words as a short clip, then resume analysis. Visuals and audio.
Early about a minute and a half into recording this reaction earlier, with 1 minute left, and all hell broke loose between J.C. Sheldon and Sophie Cunningham, and it is very clear the Indiana Fever, some of these girls on this team are finally fed up. Once again, WNBA, we're not talking about your basketball. We're talking about the WNBA, WWE Raw circus that you got going on right now. And we all know this incident with Sophie stems from the incident that was clearly not handled correctly by the WNBA and the referees.
Provide documented context, past tensions between teams, any prior incidents involving these players, and the rookie target narrative around Caitlin Clark since she entered the league. Visuals, timeline graphic, 201x present, showing previous notable incidents, player A versus player B, quick headlines, social media screenshots, past game clips that show earlier physicality.
Enough is enough. At some point, the line gets crossed too often where something needs to be done and things need to be corrected. And that is certainly the case with the way things around Caitlin Clark are officiated. This is a constant problem now. It is something that since the beginning, I've kind of backed off on because physical play is a part of sports. Going after a superstar and trying to rough them up a little bit to get in their head is a part of sports. But when it crosses the line, the referees need to do their job.
Analytical explain the WNBA's official posture, review outcomes, fines issued, no suspensions, and the message that sends to players and coaches. Visuals, quote cards of WNBA/league statement, if publicly released, reporter headlines, and a visual, what they find and why, breakdown. Show reporter or ESPN crawl.
Earth to Kathy Engelberg. Are you going to step in and do something about this trash that's going on? Players are getting assaulted on the floor. Come on, Caitlin Clark could have really got injured right there, y'all. She could have really got injured by these haters, these jealous, hating players. They just jealous and hating, bro. She didn't even get ejected.
Fast montage of reactions, fans, analysts, players. Pull representative tweets and short sound bites from analysts. Keep sources credited.
Caitlin Clark, please leave this league and let it crumble. Please, this league does not deserve you. All this hate from these black people, all this hate from these lesbians, these people in the media, just go play basketball somewhere else. Your fans will follow you. We will follow you wherever you go. But let this shit crumble and burn to the fucking ground, man. Let the viewership drop below 50%. Let them lose hundreds of millions of dollars again, man. Let them go back into fucking irrelevancy. Nobody giving a damn about none of these players. Just leave.
Empathic explore the effect on players. Mental health, safety concerns, the rookie in a target problem, and teammates who must choose between discipline and protection. Visuals, interview clips, use short licensed player/coach quotes, bench shots, close-ups of Clark and Cunningham, crowd ambivalence.
Nah. Enough's enough, bruh. Enough is enough, bruh. What is going on? WNBA, y'all need to get this under control. This is ridiculous. Marina Mabrey, you just put yourself in the Dejanay Carrington box. You dirty slime ball player, you come and blindside Caitlin Clark. Marina Mabrey assaulted and tried to fight Caitlin Clark today. This is ridiculous. WNBA, Kathy Engelberg, do something. Do y'all want to go back to 55 to 60% of the people not watching shit again? I normally don't cuss in my vlogs, but forget that.
Explain immediate outcomes and next steps. Fines were levied, no suspensions were issued, league review procedures will be scrutinized. Mention that the WNBA confirmed fines/flag upgrades and that league discipline decisions set precedent for how future incidents are handled. Cite ESPN/Walpo/AP again. Visuals. Show next scheduled matchups if relevant, only if you have verified schedule clips, or show animated calendar with next. League review/upcoming meetings/CBA negotiations callouts.
So much happened in this game, but first, let's talk about Sophie and JC. All right, JC Sheldon. My goodness, dog. My goodness. Now, honestly, I felt like Sophie might have wanted a piece of JC after the Caitlin Clark and JC kind of scuffle going on, right? Then this happened. Okay.
Urgent, reflective, the WNBA must ask, do you want rules enforced from the top, or do you allow vigilante justice on the floor? Sophie Cunningham gave us the answer she believed in, protect your own. The consequences, the league will have to live with them. Fade to channel CTA, subscribe, bell, follow for a longer investigative piece, and link to sources in description. Visuals, slow pullback shot of an empty court, on-screen list of sources, short, and a call-out, full source list and clip timestamps in the description.
See Caitlin Clark on the receiving end of something, and it's not called correctly. In fact, she gets a technical foul after getting poked in the eye and then shoved to the floor, and Marina Mabrey doesn't even get thrown out of the game. It's basically open season on Caitlin Clark, and the special whistle that she supposedly gets goes in the other direction. Flagrantly so. They got to put it to an end. I mean, she's the most valuable player in the league in the most literal sense. And somehow she gets the opposite of superstar treatment.